another video, and today we are back in Fortnite, and this is some squads gameplay. And starting off here, I have one of my teammates there behind that pillar, and so I'm coming up and landing behind the person shooting them right off the jump and trying to pickaxe them down, and then we finished them off here and grabbed their guns. So quick start to this game, and then I bait this guy out because he comes after me because he saw as I kill his teammate. I jump down, and then my two teammates there on the side of the Zeppelin finish him off. So fast start to this video, but yeah, squads gameplay. I have been playing a lot of squads lately. Usually I just do solos, duos, and trios. I haven't played many squad matches over my, Fortnite career, I suppose would be a word you could use. But this season I've been getting into squads a little bit more. Just doing what I gotta do. And unfortunately this video, I did film it in the replay mode, and as you guys know, the replay mode has some issues with lag and frame drops and stuff, and it's just kind of a universal issue with theater mode, unfortunately, or replay mode. So apologies in advance. I did not think to record this at the time of when I was playing. If I had thought of it, then we wouldn't have to be watching this in theater mode. Got some dragon fruit juice. Trying to set that down, but not so hard that it sets off the the peaking on the microphone. But just throwing it out there for anybody at home. Dragon fruit juice, very good, very underrated. If you can find some, definitely try out that dragon fruit juice. Solid. So right now we're just up on the Zeppelin at Rocky Reels, just gathering loot, getting ready for the fights ahead. As you can see, one of my teammates dropped down into the town area of Rocky, fighting that IO tank, but I took out the driver there with the striker burst. So now we're all jumping down in there to go loot up the town part of Rocky Reels. Get some supplies and ammo, because our strategy basically for this game was to hold the Zeppelin at Rocky, and if you're holding the Zeppelin up at Rocky, you run out of assault rifle ammo very quickly. It's because you're putting down so many shots towards other teams from the vantage point that you start to run low on that assault rifle ammo very quickly. So we're running around down here trying to gather as much assault rifle ammo as possible before moving up to go hold the top of the Zeppelin for as much of the match as we can. I come in here to get these half pots, or these minis rather. Do we not hold the top of Zeppelin this round? I don't know. My teammates are. I'm not seeing them go up to the Zeppelin. Maybe I'm misremembering what happened here. I don't recall. I did miss an ammo box back there, though. I just now realized that watching this replay back. That is one thing, like watching back the replay mode, you kind of realize some of the things you missed while you were playing. You know, things that are easy to miss, like, oh, there was an enemy right there that I didn't notice at the time, or like that ammo box that I just completely ignored. So that is one of the benefits of watching back these replay modes, because you're not like actively engaged in fighting and doing things while in this mode. You can kind of just sit back and take a more passive role with watching the game and evaluating your gameplay. I think I'm about to get into a pretty crazy back and forth fight here, if I recall correctly. These gameplays were all from last night, so yeah, it's all from last night, so it's still mostly fresh in my mind. Oh, look at that, good shot there. But then I keep missing the rest of them. Knocked one. And I cracked that other guy crossing the water there. That was one thing. Last night, my aim, I felt off all night. So I had that old mouse for a while, and that mouse, the right click was going out like half the time. The aim down sights wouldn't stay locked in, things like that, because I was having right click issues. So I got a new mouse. I got a Steel Series mouse, which is actually, it feels really nice in my hand. I do like the mouse, but for some reason my aim with this mouse compared to my old Logitech mouse, it just feels different. I don't know why, but as I'm complaining about that, I've now gotten like 3 knocks so far. Just knocked down that guy long range. Now this team gives me some trouble. These guys had really good aim. Obviously that first sniper shot there missed, but these guys that I'm fighting right here, they kept me pinned down for a little while. Now my teammates are fighting people that are inside the Zeppelin right now, and I don't realize they're in there. So this whole time, like, my teammates, they were not calling out the fact that there's people inside the Zeppelin. Or maybe they were and I just wasn't paying attention. I don't know who's to say, but yeah, that guy just hit me with a really good sniper shot, so I'm medkitting on him now. As one of my teammates launches rockets out towards their position. Or no, eggs rather, not rockets. Although that was a rocket earlier, just eggs too, I suppose. So I'm looking for him here. You can see the team's taking pot shots at him. But we can see that they're behind these, nice knocked one there. But then that one did a big damage on me again. So gotta go for another med kit here. But as you might be able to tell off in the distance there, another team actually went up on those rocky plateau outcropping things and were shooting them from another angle. So that actually made our life a little bit easier. And I get the knock on the guy that had been hitting me with those sniper shots. So the guy with the best aim on their team, I just eliminated him, or knocked him at least. And now we're just trying to keep them pinned down as they're trying to run away. Obviously we have to move off this Zeppelin, you know, we have the storm coming in, but when you have the high ground like this, you're kind of waiting until the last possible moment to get off, because you can, that vent carries you pretty far with the wind, so you can afford to kind of to delay a little bit, to lollygag around a little bit, if you, to choose a different word. I'm telling you, dragon fruit juice, so good. This dragon fruit juice is insane. Definitely need to go pick up some more of this. Car coming in now to attack me. So I hit it with a grenade, and it was like a dead-on grenade hit, detonated basically the minute it hit the car. Gotta consume that egg real quick just to get a little bit of shield, not much. I had those med kits basically this whole match to keep me alive, but I did not have the shields to support the med kits. For most of the match I was running without any sort of shield potions. There's a team that's just in the storm fighting us right now. We got that one behind the tree. I put one shot on him, but I didn't get the kill, just got an assist on that one. That is one thing, like in the replay mode, it only tracks your kills. Got some minis there finally. It only tracks your eliminations in the replay mode. I wish it showed your assists as well, because I think I had like a ton of assists this game. I think I had like 8 or 9 assists this game by the end of it, but the replay mode just does not show that. Then we have our Grenadier there loading up on the rockets. He basically picks up, in these squad matches, that guy had been picking up the rocket launcher basically every game, so he was actually getting pretty good with it, and his use of the grenade launcher definitely helped us out a lot in endgame situations throughout these two matches that are going to be presented in this video. I'd moved up there to survey that little tower for a minute before going back here and regrouping with the rest of my team, looting this just to get some ammo before the storm hits, and then we're off. And one thing, looking back at the replay now, if you look down in that bottom right corner, there's actually somebody out in the storm right now, like running towards our position, but they're just deep into the storm right now. I don't know, maybe they ran back to get reboot cards or something like that, but definitely interesting now looking and seeing that stuff, because at the time we had no idea they were there. And we all form a train, jumping in on the cannon there, and then we move up to this little spot of land right here that we land on. This was like the perfect spot for us to be in this final circle situation that we end up in. This hilly high ground. It's like the perfect high ground hill with a bunch of different concealment and cover areas that it's insane. And then we finish off that down guy with the rocket from our designated grenadier. Then that guy was just shooting at us from out in the storm, and then the storm just finishes him off before any of us even put a shot on him. So I thought that was pretty funny. In his final moments, he just took a shot at us, tried to disrupt us. There's somebody here firing at us, but now they're retreating. And as you can see, we're down to 12 people, but there are 5 teams. I don't know if you can see in the top left corner. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to put my face cam yet, but there's 12 people remaining. 4 of them are on my team. So that means the remaining 8 people are spread between 4 other teams, which is crazy. Like, we're literally the only full squad left at this point. This guy running, trying to get shots on him, but I missed a ton. Like I said, my aim was just bad all game. But we blow up that guy's car as he's trying to run. I get a big shot on him there, but unfortunately can't get the knock or the kill. But we are just holding this little hillside here with good cover, good concealment, and good high ground. And for this final circle just outside of Tilted, this is like literally the perfect location. Unfortunately, the game kind of lagged there, but I get or the replay lagged there, but I get the SMG elimination on that guy who was pushing us, and then my teammate goes and steals the crown off of his body instead of letting me get the crown. Very annoying. Yeah, we're firing rockets at all of the different bushes around the map, being like, alright, let's get rid of all these cover spots because we don't want them to be able to hide in bushes. So we're just rocketing every single bush that we see, basically. But we had this guy pinned down behind this tree right here. He doesn't really have anywhere to move because he has the storm at his back, plus we're all taking shots at him. Yeah, so he's not in a good spot, I mean, to say the least. I don't know, did he get away here? Maybe. Oh no, we knocked him right there. Yeah, that was a knock. Down to 9 people, 3 teams, so it's us 4, and then 5 people spread out between 2 teams. Got a big crack there, headshot on that guy with the AUG. And now we're just, firing rockets at their trees and stuff out there. As this guy pushes in to loot off that dead body, but I think I get the knock on him there. Yep. Big knock on that guy because he had just run into the loot, trying to. But that guy, man, that is one thing. I have a hard time hitting people who are sprinting and sliding. I don't know why. Like, when people are just walking or whatever, I can usually manage pretty decently to track them. But when they're sprinting and sliding, my aim just goes completely to hell. I'm not sure why. But there, we got the knock on that guy. And then we rocketed his body. I try a grenade toss, but that is well short. Well short. Okay, what's happening here? I don't remember. It's us and 3 at this point. Oh, there's somebody behind that hill, but I didn't have eyes on him. So my teammates saw him, but I didn't. I missed every shot there, but we got that guy down, so now it is our entire team plus 1 solo player. And we thought they were going to be hiding down here next to these trees, but then we turn and they're actually under the bridge. And I'm getting pretty good shots there, and then I get the elimination, and then moments later my teammate rockets where he was. So first win down. I had 5 eliminations that match, and like I said, they're not tracked, but I think I had like between 7 and 9 assists that match. So actually a pretty solid match for me, one of my better ones that I've had recently. We kill that IO there. See, now this match, I don't really recall what happened this match. Maybe once we get into it a little bit more, I'll remember. But we're back at Rocky Reels. I think this was like 1 or 2 matches right after the one that you guys just watched, because we were like, alright, well, we had so much success at Rocky Reels because that first match where we got the win was literally our first game of the night. We played for, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours, and that was our first game of the night. So all night long we just kept going back to the Zeppelin at Rocky Reels every match because we were having pretty good success. And in doing that, over those 3 or 4 hours every single game landing at Rocky Reels. I think we got 4 wins or 5 wins this night, but I only put in video from 2 of the wins because I didn't want the video to be, like hours long. So, a little bit of, trying to keep it brief on my part. We had that guy pinned down with the Ranger, got in behind that cover there. And I was calling out to my teammates, I'm like, I think they're going to come around this side here. And they did. And I get the elimination on them there. With the, with the Ranger. And one thing, so obviously the AUG has been fantastic. I think it's really unfortunate that the players voted to bring back the MK7 instead of the combat assault rifle. But because the Ranger, the bloom is terrible, but the damage the Ranger does. I've actually gotten some pretty solid kills with the Ranger lately. And I think that if people would have voted for the combat assault rifle instead of the MK7, I would be using the combat instead of the striker most matches, but the MK7 just feels pretty useless and redundant right now because the striker burst does way more damage than the MK7, and it has less recoil than the MK7. I feel like if it's me with a striker and somebody else with an MK7, if both of us are aiming good, I win the fight. I don't know why people wanted to bring the MK7 back. The striker is better in every way. The MK7 has way too much recoil, whereas the striker, I don't think the striker literally has any recoil at all. You can track targets so much easier with the striker. Compared to the MK7, it's insane. We get that bounty there. So, I'm sure most of you know this, but the bounty will mark the closest player to you. So, if you're running around looting, you're not sure where bad guys are, if you go pick up a bounty, you will see where the nearest enemy to you are, and you'll be able to see if you guys are safe or not. So just a little tip, that's one thing I like to do when I go looting, start the bounty. Okay, we're safe here. Nobody's around, stuff like that. My teammate here, he said that he thought somebody was up here. So he ran down to go chase this person down, and I'm coming in with my jetpack to provide support and look for the person that he thinks he saw over here. And then we spot them at the gas station. So I'm like, alright, let's see if we can flush them out here. So I blew up that gas pump, but didn't really do anything to them. He got one down there, or 2 down, I think. And we finished that one off. I get an elimination on one of them. Alright, and then, this next one. This next kill, okay, I'm remembering this now. This next kill is absurd. So, we saw somebody run into the butter barn. So, we're like, okay, there's somebody in the butter barn. So we're all running around to find them. They were in that window, so I popped them there. And I'm just keeping eyes on this window in case they peek again. But then look at this. They just come waltzing right out the front door like it's the OK Corral. Absurd behavior. So, kill them, get the elimination on that guy. That was just, that was absolutely hilarious. Dude just comes walking out the door. Not a care in the world. Just, yeah, let's do it, boys. And we all just lit them up. I don't know what they were thinking there. They probably should have ran out the back door or something. But then here, this truck, I pick up this truck here at the beginning of the game. And this proves like an invaluable asset for us in this match. Like, it was really clutch to pick up this truck right here, because this thing helps us out quite a bit throughout this game. Yeah, I'm definitely remembering this match now. So we're going here. We throw down this shield keg, and I'm like, wait, there's somebody in the water just sitting there. So we start putting shots on that person, and they just sit there. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know what they were thinking there, but we get the elimination on them. Teammate goes out to pick up their loot, and then we're sitting there looking at the mini-map, or looking at the map, thinking, all right, where should we go to try and hold some high ground? Because in no build mode, really the only thing that matters is aim and positioning. So with positioning, you want to be on the high ground, you want to have good cover and concealment, and you want to have good angles for attack, but then also good angles for defense. So up here, we're on this hill. This is a good spot for both attacking and defending, because if we start taking shots from one angle, you can dip below on low ground on another angle. There's a lot of areas that you can reposition to, and you have a good vantage point over multiple different areas of the map. So this spot right here, the hill's just above Sanctuary. This is a really good spot. Sniper's nest, sort of. And we have this team, and we scatter this team. We got one of them that had to run down. One of them knocked there on the side. And we knock another one there and get the elim on that guy who was trying to pick up his teammate. One of them down in the bush there that we just start lighting up. As you can see, like, we're on this little mound up here, just causing chaos. And having that designated rocket launcher player, like, pretty much he's only rocket launchering. Most of the time he's not carrying an assault rifle. He has a rocket launcher and then like an SMG and a shotgun. And it's invaluable having that in squad play. Like, have everybody kind of designate a role for themselves. Like, we had one person who was always carrying a sniper rifle, one person who's always carrying a rocket launcher, and also designate people to carry certain utilities. This is just, tips from me. Like, we would have one person who would carry like multiple stacks of medkits, and then we'd have one person who'd carry multiple stacks of like shield cakes and chug splashes, one person who'd carry around minis and half pots. So you have to coordinate your inventories. If everybody is carrying the same stuff, it's kind of pointless. So we kind of all would specialize into roles. It helps that we're all in a party chat with each other, and we all know each other. But we were literally like coordinating our loadouts and specializing roles and stuff. Like, me and one of the other guys on the team, we were basically just infantry guys. We carried assault rifles, SMG shotgun, and then I would carry the health items and he would carry shield items. And then, like I said, we had a sniper and we had a grenadier. And that just kind of makes it so we all know what we're doing, and you can attack people using different methods. Just something that works for us. Not to toot my own horn, but I have a pretty solid win rate in squads using that method. What is my squads win rate? I'm wondering. Let me look. My squad's win rate currently is... Does it tell me? Okay, my squad's win rate is 16.5%. 16.5%. So, I mean, that's not fantastic. Obviously, there's some people who have better, but I'm winning nearly 1 in 5 of all my squads matches playing with those tactics I just described. And a lot of the time, like these guys I play with, like half the time we're just screwing around. Here we're trying to coordinate our shots, so we're waiting until we're all locked onto the same targets, and then we start popping off. But yeah, so we're screwing around a lot of the time, and that leads to a lot of our losses, is when we're just not taking it seriously and doing stupid little challenges and stuff. That is one fun thing. So, if you guys know the Talking Ben app, this is one thing me and my friends do. We get the Talking Ben app, and we call Ben, and we ask him what we can and cannot use. So I'll be like, hey Ben, can we use assault rifles this match? And he'll say yes or no, and then we'll go through every weapon type. And so then we kind of limit ourselves. So we've had games where the only weapons we're allowed to use were revolvers, because every other gun was off the map, or off the table. Like, we were not allowed to pick up any other gun except for revolvers. And we actually did end up winning that one, funnily enough, but that's like what we do half the time, so. We have that team pinned down behind a rock there, but the circle's starting to push us out of our spot. So we had to move, unfortunately. We had a really good position here, but we have to move. So I'm going back for the pickup truck, of course, because we want the versatility and the mobility. Especially with the off-road tires. If we're getting pushed, load the team up in the pickup truck and move somewhere else. So we go up to this little cabin-looking tower here, a smaller tower. We're trying to contemplate if we want to rocket off, if we want to go to that other tower over there. We're just basically trying to figure out our plan of attack here. Just getting ready to launch the rockets. We think there's a team in that tower, but we're not 100% sure. So he hits it with a rocket real quick, just to check it, see if we get a response. We're looking all over. We don't have any eyes on the enemies. And now our tower's out of circle, so we're like, alright, we have to move. Where do we want to move to? We got this guy sliding down here. Pretty decent shots on him, but couldn't finish them off or get the knock. As my teammates just lob explosives at him. Yeah, there's all sorts of rockets and missiles flying around the map right now. And there's a tank. Oh, I think that's what's happening, is they're trying to hit that tank, but they can't lock on because of all the trees and bushes in the way, so they're just kind of lobbing rockets at the tank. Hopefully, hoping that one of them hits. And now we're looking, trying to locate them. Alright, they're behind this tree right here. We blew up that bush, they're not in that bush. And so I'm taking out that tree. Alright, let's break it down. And we didn't want to push up to the tower yet, just because it's in an open field. So, you don't have a lot of concealment around that tower, besides the tower itself. So we were kind of trying to avoid going up to that tower. And there we go, the rocket destroyed the tree and eliminated that guy that had been knocked. And then I'm like, alright, we gotta go up to this other tower, so we get in the truck. And we're kind of slowly moving up that way. We're kind of hesitant to do so. Go over here to check the house, see if there's any bad guys in it. There's not. So we're like, alright, let's go up to the tower. We think it's safe. We don't think there's going to be anybody behind us. And we noticed that forest over there is just on fire for some reason. So I go, alright, so whoever's over there is not having a great time. So I put shots on this guy. Get the knock on him there, I think. Or he just escaped the knock, I'm not sure. So I'm like, alright, we're going up into the tower. Yeah, we're surrounded by burning foliage. And I'm peeking that tree right there, trying to see if we know they're over there somewhere. We just aren't sure exactly where. I mean, thankfully for us, we got the, that was a clutch move. That rocket forced that team to scatter into two different directions. One ran left, one ran right. So that was actually huge, because we basically scurried that team with a single rocket, which makes it a lot easier for us to go through and pick them off. I was at this lower angle right here, so I was unable to see over that hill there that everybody else was shooting down. So then I had to move up. I'm like, alright, I gotta move up here to get the angle on that hill. And there, pick up that ammo. Now they're rocketing us, so I drop back down. I'm like, alright, not gonna get rocketed here. We know they're around this tree somewhere, like I said, we just don't see them. And that team we scurried, so this is the cool thing. That the guy who got pushed left by a rocket, he got eliminated by a solo player. So now there's only 2 left on that other team. So it's us 4 and then 2 on the other team. So we're like, alright, there's only 2 back there. Let's just push the tree. And we push the tree, and there you have it. The second win of the day. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And all of the Fortnite videos I put on this channel. I love making them. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this every single day. Until next time, guys. Bye bye.